Hopefully I'm audible. Hopefully the game is audible. I hope everybody had a good Christmas break. Well, Christmas break for a given value of break. I'm sure some people were still working and some people were, you know, maybe didn't have time to celebrate with their families. But I hope everybody at least got to see their families. Wish them happy holidays if it's not Christmas, because I know there's a lot of other holidays that are celebrated around the same time of year. I'm still on school timing, especially with the substitute teaching. For me, Christmas is a break. Christmas, Thanksgiving, summer, Easter. It's just in my head, you know. Obviously, no spoilers in chat for part 2 ending. I know Nick Nack's already put an announcement in the Discord. I'm very grateful for everyone not posting anything anywhere where I could see it, and I'm sure everyone else who hasn't gotten to that point is as well. We will be farming some event work later today, but I need to earn back some quartz. I guess I do have good news on the pull front. If anyone didn't see in the Discord notifications, I got my Ashvathama and I got my Skahak Skadi. And then the other part of that is you're going to notice, guys, that my quartz are really, really low. I don't even have enough for a 10 pull right now. And there's a reason for that, is because remember I said I might wait for Durga? Well, I know Durga's coming back around in the upcoming year, and I was already planning to sink a little bit of quartz into her then. So what I did was I rolled for Nemo. Because I know Nemo's not coming around that often, and I actually did really want Nemo. Unfortunately, I spent a bunch of quartz rolling on Nemo and got NP2 Estrella. Which is not a terrible thing. I'm happy that I got NP2 Estrella. I'm a little sad I didn't get a Nemo. So I think, you know, obviously I'm still trying to earn quartz to see if I can squeeze in a couple more rolls. Probably on the Nemo banner at this point. I've sunk enough into it that I'm willing to sink a little bit more in the hopes of, yeah, task failed successfully. NP2 Estrella. So hopefully I'll gain enough quartz to maybe sink like another 10 pull or something in. I want to be a little bit more focused on the event. But I've got plenty of free quests to earn QP, or quartz on, not QP, quartz, so definitely want to do a bunch of those free quests. Now, I did mention a little bit earlier that I've got a bit of an unboxing right now. That's because, guess what arrived while I was away for Christmas? So we're really quickly gonna open these up and take a look at them. So these are the brand new, the Nendroids that came out this year for Iskandar and Juge. So I actually already have the Lord Elmaloy, like the Lord Elmaloy Nendroid. It's up there. It sits up there with Ku, just out of shot. It's right above my finger in the corner. His head is cut off along with Ku. But these ones just came out, so I'm kind of excited to see what they look like, etc. They're kind of like the most affordable way of getting like most Fate figures for me, so it's, you know, one of those things where I'm like, aha, yes, this is something I can do. Surprisingly well packaged. We've got our spare angry face. I'll try to hold some stuff up to the camera, but my lighting is terrible right now for them. And then, where's our little dude? Oh, and he's wearing the cloak. It's so cute. There's so much plastic comes in these. They've really got a... I'm sure there's a way they could kind of eliminate quite so much of the plastic that's used in kind of packaging these figures. So here is our little guy. He looks very cute with his Skandar's cloak. The Nemo Christmas event, is that what you guys are talking about? Yeah, no, let's not discuss the Nemo Christmas event. You'll hear about it later. I'm sure, and I do want to read it at some point if possible, so we're not going to talk about the Nemo Christmas event. So there's the little dude. He's got a couple spare things. So we've got a couple of accessories. We've got a spare hand, which is, I think, meant to put his hand on his hip. And a spare shoulder joint. which are for something, Lord knows. It's definitely the posing. But look, he's got his little, he's got a little book in hand, which is actually really cute because there's a version of his older self that also holds a book, so I could put them right next to each other holding the book, because we both know it's the same book, and we all know what book it is. So we've got the little book bits, which I'm very excited for. I'd prefer if we didn't, Dakota Doyle, just because, you know, it seems a little weird. Yeah. Alright, so let's get our stand so we can put him standing. Then I can hold him up properly. Nice. I do love physical media of things I love, so I get it, Jens. Physical media truly is king. If you can get physical, nothing better. You're the wrong way around. Here, I usually keep the plastic bits inside the packages so that like the packages kind of stand on their own, because I have plans to sort of put a bunch of these boxes up on display on like the back of one of my bookshelves, because I want to use it, I kind of like to use these as like back pieces to hold books forward because my shelves are too deep, otherwise I can't see the books. Anyways, so here's the little guy. Let's get him on his stand so I can sort of show you guys a little bit better what he looks like. Oh, his stand's a little funky, so we're gonna have to... I will say, Nendroid certainly does not make it easy to get some of their little dudes on stands. You know? Like, it is not the easiest. Especially when you're trying to figure, like, the length of some of the connecting arms and such. Like, I really struggle sometimes with these to kind of get them posed in such a way where they can hold their own weight and still be on the stand. Like, this one is just weirdly too long. I don't know why they've decided to make the stand in such a way. I've had that issue with a couple of more recent Nendroids where I'm just like, this is not very user-friendly in terms of, like, getting the figure to kind of stand on his display stand. Just because it sits so far back to forward. And I don't necessarily think there's any benefit towards stability for it, because it doesn't feel like there's any stability benefit towards the way that we're having to position the figures, you know, in terms of, like, back to front space. Okay. So here he is on his stand. You'll notice the issues that I'm having is with the length of some of the stands, is that you're popping them in the back corner and they're standing almost off the front corner with their feet. Is an issue that I'm having, but he looks very good, and I will put him up next to his grown-up adult self, and I will put his spare face and spare body parts in my box of spare Nendroid parts in the hopes that someday I will be able to Frankenstein together a Fate Nendroid made of parts of other Fate Nendroids. I'm getting closer than you would think. I'm getting so close, guys. So close. Let's see. Nice. Man, y'all getting some great Christmas gifts. That's fantastic. Okay. Now, for Iskandar, I actually got the DX version, which means that he comes with Bucephalus. Oh, wow. And a lot of spare body parts. Okay. Jesus, guys. That's a massive amount. Yeah, genuinely. Fran is about to be getting a brother or sister at this point with the amount of spare, even just FGO Nendroid parts that I have. Oh, look at Bucephalus. Oh, his lead is actually fabric. Oh, that's so cool. This isn't just like plastic that's been molded on. It's actually fabric. Oh, that's so nice for posing. Oh my god. He's a little guy. He's so cute. I love him. That's actually adorable. He's so small too. It's really funny how small he is. Oh, he also does not stand on his own. That's important to note if any of you were interested in getting this or haven't and were thinking about it. He does not stand on his own. He does have a space for a stand here. You do have to use it, because I just tried to put him down on my desk and he immediately fell forward because his head is very heavy and his front leg is in like a moving position, so he doesn't balance. Which is important to note. It is. Oh my god, Iskandar's massive. Jesus. There's so many pieces. Okay, let's see. Let's get all the plastic off. Oh my god. Oh my god, I popped his arm off. No. No. I'm gonna pop his second arm off in a second. Sometimes I think they put too much plastic wrap on some of these figures. And there's that, and this. I'm about to pop his butt off too, at this rate. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, his whole waist is coming off so I can... Jesus. Okay. Well, I can tell you there's a lot of pieces to this particular Nendroid. Oh my god. Okay. I can also tell you what underwear he wears. Because that is a necessary part of taking this Nendroid apart. Is deciding what underwear he's wearing. Okay. Alright. Let's see. I don't think I'm missing anything from his main posing stance. Gonna widen his leg. Jesus. Okay, so you bring that together. He's also got a sword belt, which... Oh, yep, I should be able to fix his sword onto, which comes separately. You will be interested to note. Jesus. Okay, so... his skirt does come together, so you're not staring at his underwear. But no, he's so big. Okay, for reference, right? So this is about the normal size of Nendroids, right? Especially in terms of like arms and stuff, like arms and legs. This is about normal Nendroid size, right? Look at the difference between his Skandar. He's so big and muscly. He's actually so incredibly muscly. These are his riding legs. They're massive. And we've got crossed arms if we want them. And we have happy Iskandar face. So he's smiling. And then something I'm a little unsure about in terms of like its practicality. But what they've done, because I had another Nendroid that did this, and it ended up being very impractical. But basically, I've been given two versions of his sword. One sheathed and one unsheathed. And so there's a tiny little pin on this to kind of slot it into his thing. And the problem I have with these, right, and Nendroid swords in general that you have to think about when getting stuff like this, these handles are prone to snapping off. They break off really easily right at this connection point, and then you're left with like things that are just too small to really fix back together without like dedicated special tools. So that's something to be very, very careful of. And with that being said, we've actually got spare hands, and I feel like a really good demonstration of just how big he is on a scale to like a normal Nendroid, right, is take a look at, like, let me see if I can. So, we've got Iskandar's hand versus Almaloy's entire arm. Like, his hand is insanely small in comparison. So this is a difference, you know? Like, these are two differently sized things. Almost entirely. Like, Jesus. Okay, let me get my stands out real quick. I have some gripes about packaging with this company. They're minor gripes, but it's just like I think that they go a little overzealous in some of their packaging. In terms of just the sheer amount of plastic that you have to get through. I think it's a little excessive, but Who am I to judge? They want to keep them safe in transit, and nothing wants to get fucked up. So it makes sense. Alright, there's my GX box down. Okay, and I have both of my supports. Can only assume this one's for the horse because it's so small. Should we put him riding on his horse? I feel like we should put him riding on the horse, you know? Like, I really do feel like that's the option here. Is he needs to be riding on Bucephalus. See if I can get Bucephalus into a peg hole. Oh, that's another problem. This does not want to go into a peg. Okay. Alright, I've got Bucephalus on, so let's get Iskandar changed out to his riding bottom. Just because I want to see him on Bucephalus. I think that'll look really good. Oh my god, it's comical! Look at how funny the scale is, guys! Oh my god! This is actually comical. Oh, that's definitely how he's staying. That's definitely how we're displaying him. I'm actually dying of laughter. Oh, that's glorious. Okay. So that leaves us with a bunch of spare parts, including his spare undies. Tight shorts that he wears. I will say there's a fair amount of detail in like both the musculature and just the general detail of this figure. I think it's pretty impressive. I will say I'm having one small issue with the legs, and that's that I can't seem to get them canted evenly, and I'm wondering how he's supposed to be standing to get his feet to sit kind of like on the ground normally. Okay, I think... Oh, bro's got a wide stance. This is a wide-legged king. This is our stance. This is how widespread we are standing. I mean, dude, his arms are massive. Like, genuinely, he is, like, the bulkiest Nendroid I have. His parts aren't even gonna fit into my spare body part box. Not that I know where that is right. Oh, it's over there. Hold on. Let me get my spare body part box, guys. You know, like the serial killer that I am. Oh, look, some parts of Yuge. Right at the very top. Are you part of my spare parts? You are. Oh, look, spare parts of Ku. Oh, look, the rest of the spare parts box. When I said I have a lot of spare parts, I have a lot of spare parts. So I think I'm gonna be able to fit... I think it's not gonna be perfect, but I think... Let's kind of see where I can fit things so that the box will close still, to some extent. Which is not a guarantee. Alright, what's sticking up? It's Ozzy's hair. It's always Ozzy's hair. There we go. Okay, this box is shutting, so we put Iskandar's stuff there. I wish. No, just normal spare body parts. Such a statement. I don't think I'm gonna be... Actually, you know what? Another thing I just noticed that I can kudos for. They've actually managed to get a very different skin tone down for him very well. Because I'm looking at like the colors of like the skin tones on my various Nendroid bits, and it's actually a pretty distinct skin tone. I think I'm gonna stick Iskandar's head in here with like, I think some of my solo leveling Nendroid stuff. I don't know if Bro's wide stance is gonna fit in there, though. Maybe with a little bit of pushing and shoving. The swords will definitely fit down the side, because swords are actually pretty easy to fit in spare part boxes. Alright, that's close enough to get all the spare parts sort of incidentally. Older Zhuge's face model lives here, so I don't lose his cigarette, which is very, very ever so delicately tucked in. Like, we don't talk about my commentary over Nendroid parts. Let's put all this back. My body parts, my body bags. And we have a nice pair joining us. Kind of get you stood up a little bit better. There we go. And it's so nice that they're wearing the same cloak piece. It looks very good. Incidentally, just, you know, for anyone's reference here, the cloaks do come off of both of them, as does this skirt part if I didn't want him wearing it. But I just think it looks better with him wearing it. So we'll leave it on him. He kind of just balances on Bucephalus, which leaves me, like, I definitely shouldn't leave him too close to an edge anywhere, because I do think he would just fall over and off. But yeah. Alright. I'll probably show them off better in the Discord. I'll take some photos. Maybe I'll pull all of my FGO Nendroids down and kind of photo them side by side with all their spare parts laid out so that we can kind of look at the vast difference in what you get from a normal Nendroid versus a DX Nendroid, because I do have 2 FGO DX Nendroids, and then the difference between the regular Nendroid and the cloth clothing Nendroid, right? Like the actual articulated doll Nendroid, because I do have one of those for Ku, and it is quite different. My other DX, by the way, is it's Aussie. I have the Aussie DX, which I'm very happy about. It was actually, that was my first FGO Nendroid. I do want to get the Nitocris ones, and I'm a little sad I haven't gotten the Nitocris or Skahak ones, because those 2 are some of the most available. There's a Cadoc that's on sale right now, but I'm like, if I want to get Cadoc, then I also want to get Anastasia, and they haven't released an Anastasia. So I'm waiting for my Anastasia to get Cadoc. As for how the lotto grinding's been going, I put like a good 3-4 hours into it the first day, and then, well, that was on Wednesday, I think, and then Thursday was Christmas, and I was busy yesterday, and then today I've been busy all day. I had a family event in the morning, and then my mom and I wanted to finish the season of Survivor. We did. I don't agree with who won. I have thoughts about who won, but I also know that Survivor does the player edits, and they show the players to us in such a way that we are presented with them as heroes or villains or important people or not important people. That's why they call them like villain edits, hero edits, and stuff. And I understand that I was probably intended not to like her, and I don't. So they did a very good job, because I don't think she deserved it. But I mean, they're on Survivor. I'm sitting at home judging them for something that I would not do myself. So like, I acknowledge that I am backseat judging here, you know? As you can see, there's my Ashvathama. I'm working on getting some bond on him, so I've had him in my backline. He's come forward a few times when I've dropped Ku, and he takes Ku's place, and he's actually really decent for me so far. Like, he's kind of been pretty good in my team comp. You know, for a given value of he doesn't just refuse to work with everyone and fail. You know? I have not attempted the 90++. I think I mentioned in the chat, but when the 90+ was a Berserker node, I don't know if it still is, but when it was a Berserker node, I was down to like 4 to 6 average if I used Ibuki, and then and whoever Ibuki I used had a 50% starting damage CE on her and all of her skills leveled. In any other situation, when I was using Morgan or a non 50% CE Ibuki or Godjuna, I was at like 6 to 8 average turn. Like I was grinding it effectively. Like, oh boy, I played through it a lot. It just takes me a little bit longer to get through it. So. So fun little stuff here and there. I'll work more on the lotto in the coming week. I'll be streaming FGO at least once, if not twice. I know this coming week I'll be doing at least one Anno stream, at least one FGO stream, and at least one build stream. I might throw in a couple extras while I've got like a lot of time at home, but do not expect that sheer amount going forward, I will say. Like, you're not necessarily going to see me streaming like 3 days a week after next week, since I'll be going back to work. But I do want to try to get through like kind of as much as I can of both the lotto and the, you know, my free quest grinding. Although the lotto is more fun, I will say, and I know it's because I'm prize motivated. Like, the lotto is more fun for me. It's just because I get more out of it than I do these free quests. Where I have to run them multiple times just to get like a little bit of, just a tiny bit of quartz. So believe me, these are not my preferred thing to be playing. How long does the lotto go for? Does it only go till like New Year's or something? I think last time the lotto went for like 2 weeks, unless I was wrong. Is it not going for like 2 weeks, or it's only been going for a week now so far? I'll check the dates when I go to it in a second. Three days left. Oh wow, it's a very short lotto then. Yeah, I thought they were a little bit longer, but I thought the lotto, thought it started like a week ago. Like, to date. Well, a week and a day or two, you know? Okay, yeah. Then, I mean, that's fine. Like, I'm not gonna bust my ass trying to, like, kill myself playing it. Although, I might flip over and play a fair bit of the lotto today then after I finish this. Because I'd rather do the lotto if it's going out soon. And kind of get as much as I can out of the lotto. I can do free quests anytime. And I'm not necessarily stuck on the idea that I have to roll more on Nemo, or I have to roll for Durga, because I'll still be doing the New Year's GSSR, so I'm getting someone else. And I'll need mats to level them, and I currently am once again in mat hell. Yeah, no, I don't have a lot of caster mats for Scotty. I think because I used them on Cascu, and I just haven't accumulated a lot since. Alright guys, if the lotto's closing in 3 days, we're gonna flip over to the lotto for the rest of this stream. Because I would rather grind the lotto out today and then come back to doing other stuff later. Oh yeah, I see it's only 3 more days. Okay. Yeah, I saw you post that. Yeah. Okay. As you can see, I've gotten through everything except for the ones that refreshed. And I did do my operation down there at the bottom. Okay. Let's get through the 90 and see if we feel confident moving on to the 90++. Says it wants me to use a caster, but I don't have a great caster setup yet, so I think I'm probably just gonna Zerk it. I'll be honest, that's what I've been doing. I've just been Zerking it with... Honestly, Frostshard, I've been using your Berserker Morgan a lot. Like, an ungodly amount. Skip through that. It's cute, but... See, problem is I don't have Scotty done yet. I think I'm still missing some mats for her. No, I got her. I want to say I got my Scotty to Final Ascension. I wasn't missing statues. I had plenty of statues, but it did turn out that I think on her 3rd Ascension, I was missing something else. And then I've had to use the Lotto to get enough Blaze of Wisdoms to level both her and Ashvathaman up. Ashvatthama I got up no problem, but it took me like a few boxes to get enough wisdoms to get that. Valid. Yeah. The Berserker node was nice. I'm gonna miss that one because the Berserker node was, I think, at least nice for all of my non-Berserker servants doing the extra damage because I did really need that, to be honest. Whereas these ones are a little bit more funky for me. Yeah. Oh, I hate those damn flame sprite things. I really, really do, you know? Get fucked, you fire sprite bitch. God, I hate these things. God, I hate these things. Those hit way harder than I expect them to. And then again, enemies in general just hit harder than I expect them to, I think. Oh, look. Hassan's. Reach your own NP gauge. Isn't gonna get you up to full, but hopefully you'll survive long enough to... Oh, there we go. Well, unfortunately, I did not succeed in getting my copy of Nemo, so I'll try to throw a couple more because the Nemo summon goes till the end of the Lotto event, right? If I get enough quartz up, I'll try to throw like another 10 pull at it or something, but I'm not gonna hold out hope for actually getting Nemo. Because I did spend a fair amount on trying to get Nemo, and it didn't work. I think I spent like 150, almost 200 actually with summon tickets and everything else I dumped. Hi, buddy. I love you, Hot Wheels man. You're great. Beat 'em up. Hit 'em hard. God, you're great. I love my Hot Wheels man, guys. Okay, that wasn't the worst thing ever. So let's take a look at the 90 plus and see if we can get through it. I think if we hit a point where it's actively like we're struggling, that's where we stop, and that's either going to be on the 90 plus or the 90 plus plus. I don't know which is going to catch us up first. As you can see, I'm very low on quartz. Really quickly, let's take a look. See if I got my Scotty up, because I think I don't have her all the way. Let's see. Yeah, she's at 80 out of 90. Let's see if we can see what I've got in the way of like random shit. Because I did also spend a bunch on the friend point just to do it. So I know this is doing virtually nothing for her, but kind of blow through all that shit in my inventory. Yep, I know. I've been using the lotto for. How do you think she's up to this high? Good lord. The only reason she's up this high is because of the lotto, because I did not have blazes for her. I did not. Okay. Zerker. I love Zerkers. They're great. Okay, we're gonna go with that. Is she a support? I never set out to use Skahak Skadi, let me tell you that. And as you can see, I've got the event CEs all tacked on trying to earn the tickets for the polls. Which ain't doing great things for my damage, because I actually had some fairly effective damage CEs tacked on to some of my servants, but whatever goes. Okay. And guess what? I have both a Scotty and a waiver now. It's just a little funny. Oh, fuck you, Ku. I know you were using an arts, but damn, that's disappointing. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Should have done that the other way around. Oh, I can see why I didn't. I could barely see that there were... Okay. I see what I did. It's fine. Valid. No, that's really cool. It's just not something I can do. I saw them. I saw the Buster cards, but I also know that I had stuff up on Ibuki that was gonna expire sooner than the stuff up on Ku. So. Then. Oh! Oh, that's actually very ironic to see that there. That's actually really funny. Buff it on yourself, girly pop. You're the only one here who needs an NP buff. Alright. Ooh. I'm gonna go with that. I will probably pop Ku's next. If this doesn't take him out. That is a little hilarious. I do really appreciate that. Oh, well, I don't think we're going to need my Coulter. I know that they always have other stuff in the name box, but I don't usually pay a whole ton of attention to it. It's just never really seemed like something that I need to pay a ton of attention to, since I don't read the events at the moment. Most of them, at least. Okay, that actually wasn't too bad. I'm willing to give the 90++ a try. I basically couldn't do it last time that there was a lotto event. Like, it was so hard to do for me that I really struggled. I don't really know how to use Nema. This is gonna be interesting because I'm not really... a Nema person. I feel like 90++ requires me to actually have a functional team. Where's my quick? Not my quick? That's my current quick. Not quick. Arts. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god. Nemo's arts, right? Yeah. Okay. So maybe we go with this team and just see what's up. I don't use this team much, but we'll give it a try. We'll give it a try. I don't often use my arts. Okay. Now I have to do reading class. Yeah. You think snow counts as water? I mean, I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh collector. I just don't often play it. I can play it. I have played it. I just don't often play it anymore. Okay. I do see the no effect there. Oh, I forgot that was a... I didn't even know that was a meme. I'm gonna be so for real. I'm not entirely sure that this team actually functionally works in any way other than just hit really hard sometimes. Like, let's be real here, this is my arts team in that it works with my art servants occasionally some of the time, so... You know, I can't really... But I think if I were to buff that, then I can drop his NP pretty happily. I do want to get a 3 in a row with him. Oh! Didn't realize it did. Do you think this counts? If it does, that would be nice. That is certainly a very large enemy. Oh, ow. I feel that. My once a month game is, you know, that we've got that length of time that we've gone, and it can be interesting. Oh god, what the fuck? That's some sort of fucking demon ass tentacle bullshit. That's what that is. That's fair. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a moment, Zerahara. Okay. Nemo's first skill. Yeah, I guess because it ups the NP strength, so yeah, being able to spend it just then, that would have been very convenient, actually. I see what you mean. Not gonna say that I kind of wish it would happen, but I almost wish that I got to see more of the backline of my arts team more often. Unfortunately, it's a pretty robust fucking team here, so I don't often get to see the backline. Oh, I love the crew. They're so great. Okay. Yeah, I knew it was a buff to the NP, but I didn't realize that the NP was going to do so much damage because I've not really used Nemo yet, so. If I'd known it was going to do quite that much damage, I would have thought a little bit more about it. And maybe saved it one more round. But you live and you learn. And you learn best by playing. Get it. Goodness. The benefit of this, though, is that I do have 3 NPs charged, so I don't see why I shouldn't just drop them one after another. It'll be fun. Although, you know. See how much damage actually. Okay, a decent amount of damage. Oh, you're not Peachy. I thought you were Peachy. Hello, Noodle. Hello, Loki. It's really fun to have Summer Melu here because her NP involves Nemo, and then also to have Nemo on the field. That just feels like a fun little thing between the two of them. Yep. Yep, I know about that one. Yep, bye-bye. Hello. Oh, cute baby. You were dumb, and you forgot to go outside in the morning, and you've been inside all day. Who is my little dum-dum? Oh, goodness, my little dum-dum. Why? Why are we on the desk? Dum-dum, you knocked Iskandar off Bucephalus. You knocked Iskandar off of Bucephalus, my friend. Why would you do that? You have unseated the King of Kings, the Conqueror. You have been triumphant and victorious. You heard it here, folks. Loki beats Iskandar. Really funny, actually. I feel like that just depends on your interpretation of dragons, Dakota Doyle, because do we count dragons as like warm-blooded mammals, or do we count them as cold-blooded lizards? Because there's not, like, it's not as if we've got like a taxonomic descendancy of dragons descended from the same place as lizards, right, per se. Oh, well, I wanted the guts, and I want this. Baby, hello. Hello. Hi, sweetie. Oh. Okay, no, not on the phone. Not on the phone. Not on the phone, my darling. I can't see what I'm looking at. I can't see what I'm looking at. Honey. Honey. You're really not in a very convenient place, buddy. You're gonna knock stream over is what you're about. You actually almost did just knock stream over. Well, okay. Alright, guess what that means? Say goodbye, Loki. Turn your face to the camera and say goodbye. Because you're going bye-bye now. No. Down. 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 Go bug mummy. We reseat Iskandar. Poor Iskandar, who you so cruelly knocked off. Buddy! Buddy, why? Why is Iskandar in danger from you? Why do you hate him? Too late. Too late. So 90++ actually isn't too bad. We might grind on that for the rest of the day. Just working with my arts team and having a go at it. Okay, baby, are you good? Are we good? You gonna stop knocking Iskandar off of Bucephalus? You guys see him so rarely because normally he just spends all day out. Oh my god, get your butt out of my face. Get your butt out of my face. I don't want to deal with it. Poor Bucephalus. Wait, what's CEs? God, Jesus. Loki. Oh my god. You're an actual demon. What are you doing? I have all my CEs. Oh, the event CEs! Because I switched teams! Yeah, okay. I completely forgot about that. Yeah. Let's try again. Yeah, yep, I see. I see! Oh. And I don't have enough to put another one on, so it's just gonna have to be those three. Yeah. Unless I swap... Could swap you for a lower rarity. Let's see. Do I have a lower rarity arts NP? And I could just stick there? Someone I've put anything into? Put MASH. Never hurts to put MASH. And that gets me my last event CE. Yeah, I was like, I did change my event CEs for my regular team. Like, what do you mean I don't have them on? Of course I do. I can't afford to have more of them on, as a matter of fact. Okay, I do wanna... I have to do that in the lineup, right? Yeah. I do want to flip it like that. Let's flip it... I never see T.H.E out on the field. I'd like to see what he does. I think I've had him out on the field like once. I love him so much, but I just haven't really used my arts team a whole lot. unfortunately. Okay. So we're good to go here. And basically all of your skills are fine. In fact, if I can get your NP up, that's ideal anyways. I don't think I have. Yeah, that's what I thought. And then totally fine to do that. Alright. Guts, increase NP gauge. Increase NP gauge when Guts is activated. Okay. That lasts for a while. So I think we're good to cast that. But we're not going to use the first skill. Yeah, I think we'll leave it with that. And then we'll go ahead and... I know, but I want to use him. Like, I want to actually be able to use him. We're trying out different things. Trying out different things. Now that I have Skahawk Scotty, I need to... Knick-Knack, when he gets back, he's going to show me how to set up a quick team. Like a decent quick team of my own. Because I think I've got enough people at this point that I should be able to. Like, I had a fine one before with regular Scotty, but I should be able to make an even better one now. Okay, so in theory, right, I'm just thinking... So I want to save Nemo's NP for the next round, so maybe I drop Melusine's NP to try to clear this decently fast. Yeah. Yeah, and the CE I had on her before gave more charge. Yep. I don't have Marie Antoinette. I wish I did, but... Oh, Loki came back to complain. That did jack shit all! It wasn't ideal. We can check in a second. But I think my current quick team was a combo of Santa Carna and Skahawk. Yeah, I think that's who it might have been. My Heart of Hearts experienced I don't like this fight very much. It's kind of gross. I think I only built a quick team once I had Santa Carna, so Santa Carna is probably my frontliner. Because I wasn't, because I thought, I don't know. Because I'm just kind of winging it. Yeah. I don't think I have a decent answer for that. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's entirely just because I'm winging it. Kind of because I think it'd be pretty hard to lose this fight right now. And I just kind of hitting buttons. Increase the strength. And then when I want to do it, it's not available. Gotta love that. Malu's skills are like half up. They're half up. They're not all the way up. I was working on her, and then I got Estrella, and I put all my shit into doing Estrella, who is currently in my backline, and Estrella is, you know, big fuck off. Big fuck off lady for me. Because my Estrella's got 10, 10, 10. And now NP2. I do think it's a little funny that I kind of could have pulled Estrella at any point, but pulled Estrella now. I do think it's a little funny just how, like, physically invincible this team is with Jufu chilling, you know? I do think that's hilarious. That Jufu is just sitting here and keeping this team going, you know? Yeah, she's certainly not doing a ton of damage on her own. If nothing else, the next time we play this, I might swap her with Estrella and see what happens, to be honest. Because, Jimmy, she's my damage dealer in the line. Or, you know, in theory, out of the way that I have this team up. So if I just swap her for Estrella, it might make a difference. Yeah, I think Estrella might be better. Ironic that Estrella and Jufu are like my two servants who are probably like the most leveled and skilled out of everything I own, you know? I wish but I don't have a swap here, you know? Or I would use one. Because if I had a swap, I would use it. Oh, does it? Okay. Good to know for the future. I'm very unused to having like multiple NPs ready at the same time because I'm normally just slamming away with like a couple of buster servants that don't gain NP very quickly and whatever support I'm using. So an arts team that actually gains NP decently quickly is a little wild to me, you know? Like it's a little funky to kind of experience. So it's a little strange for me. I'll hold on to that for one turn. So I'll have... Oh, I see that NP coming up. I do. I see it. Should have just used it. Should have just used it. I don't have a better one. Keep that in mind. These teams aren't just arbitrary. These are teams of what I actually have, so... It's not as if my account's very good, you know? Some hits. My account is collectively still kind of pathetic. Yikes. Ow. Ow. Very rude. How dare you? So if I put Nemo at the end, does it matter what order I do that? Because like, in my head, my thought is like, grab like one of the 80 or 90s and then, I mean, my thought is like, I don't know. No. We'll see. Well, it did get an NP into an NP, so. I did do it the other way around, though. Hey! Oh, yeah. This is how little I've used this team. Close for now, because I need to change some stuff. I always forget about these if I'm not careful. Okay. Honestly, I want to switch my outfit, the master outfit, to the one I'm used to. Or at least one of the ones I'm more used to. Look, I'm working on it! I'm working on it, Frost! As in, literally, today. Okay. I've been increasing whatever I have the least of here because I don't know what I'm gonna have that needs it at this point. Let's take a look real quick. What do I have in the way of quick? Okay. That's what I've got for quick currently. So it's not massive. It's not a terrible amount of quick based servants. It just I don't have a lot of them. Well, I actually do have a lot of them ascended and leveled. Well, we'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah, brag all you want. My account is sad and pathetic. It's fine. My account is depressing. I have very little that can do things. Okay. Alright. Let's try you again, but we're gonna switch my lineup around. Let's push you back there. Actually, I want to put MASH in front of you. Run it like that. I don't know why I have you up for something specific, and I can't really remember what it is, so I'm gonna swap back. I feel like that's the one I'm used to using, but I feel like this is maybe a good option right now. I can't use that second servant though because I don't know who they are yet. Mayushi just isn't very... I haven't put a lot into her. Domon I'm working on. Zhang Yu was my original frontliner, you know, back from when I started playing FGO. Zhang Yu was who I had as my original frontliner before I got Coulter. So it's been a long time since he's been in my lineup, but I did rely on him for a very long time. I like Domon, even for non-funny insta-kill bits. I love my little Domon. He's amazing. He's one of my favorite characters. For the meme and the fun. I haven't put anything into like a bunch of like the 2 and 3 stars that are just there that you pull like within 10 pulls in anything. Nah. Yeah, I haven't had Knickknack go through my second archive in a while to move it, so I know that Tlaloc is a servant, but I just kind of ignore what Tlaloc looks like. I knew that I'd gotten her, but I didn't. I just kind of ignore them. I think that's the only thing that needs to be moved to my second archive. In technicality. Go for yourself, girly pop. This goes one time for 5 turns. That is 1 turn, and okay. Alright, so it's worth it to put Guts on now and then just use the NP within 5 turns. Don't need to do that right now. And I don't need to do that right now. Well, it does increase NP gain for 3 turns, but I think I'm good without that for now. See, here's the thing. Now look, I've got a Quick, an Arts, and a Buster, and they're all on her, and it feels like wasting it to not use all 3 of them. But also, that puts all 3 of them onto 1 target, which means it's definitely... Huh. Yeah, my Arash isn't even touched. I know that for a fact. I haven't so much as touched my Arash. It seems like he's pretty damn good. Interesting. I do want to use that NP, but I'm kind of gonna... I'd like to use it when I have more of her cards in general up available, to be honest. Seems like a bit of a waste to use it on its own. Fuck off. There we go. That gives me some more cards. Yeah, no. Yeah, you say probably. I don't know why you even said probably. I've never used Arash. I don't even know if I have an Arash. Like, genuinely. Oh, that's sad. You know what I should have popped up last round? Should have popped that up. Yeah, Estrella was a much better choice in this line. Especially against these one-target things. Yeah, that's true. I probably do. I just haven't put anything towards Arash. Alright. Ooh, lucky me. Guys, I'm not talking about the ending. Not in the chat. Not even hints. Because unfortunately, I have guessed things correctly before. And Knick Knack has a terrible poker face when it comes to me mentioning theories based on stuff. I have successfully guessed things before on accident. We don't want that happening. We don't want me putting together hints. That's not something any of us is into. The 90 plus is fine. It's just, oh man. Yeah. 90 plus just always takes so much longer than any other node. And like, I think the question I always wonder is that like, the problem I always have is like, is the benefit over the rewards given worth the time that I'm spending on it, right? If I could be at like 4 to 6 turn averaging on a different node, would that be a more effective farming node for me than something else? Do I have a Kintoki? I don't know if I have a Kintoki, to be honest. I actually don't usually look at my archive beyond like the servants that I use very frequently. So I don't actually know if I have. Oh yeah, okay. If Kintoki was from the evocation shop, I don't have him. Yeah, I've got a bunch of upcoming evocation servants I want, but I'm kind of saving leaves for them because I don't have an unlimited amount of leaves. So I'm kind of waiting on that. Yeah. Oh, 2,000 left. 2,000 left. How dare you? How dare you? I deserve to kill you for that. There we go. Okay. Yeah. See, 10 turns is a lot. I feel like it's not really... and this is not effective farming. This is just me fighting a 90 plus node, I think. They're not my first priority sometimes. Like right now, my first priority is statues. So, I certainly haven't been buying leaves at the moment. I actually haven't bought much in the shop except for the CEs, and then I bought out all of the caster statues. I did buy all of the caster, the gold ones, and there's only 4 left of the regular. So I kind of haven't been spending much in the shop yet. I don't know how to use Mystic Codes yet. Is that one of these? I don't even have enough of any of the currencies to get them right now. Yeah. Because I've been spending all my currencies on getting those, oh, the Mystic, those the outfits. Do I have it? Oh, I have enough to buy it. Is it? Okay. Okay. What else do you buy with the fucking ships? Oh, I saw something. Hold on. Oh, I don't need QP. I have so many of the goddamn ships compared to... Oh, the code removers. Yeah. And the code and the openers. Okay. Yeah, I haven't bought any of the Leaves of Evocation yet. I need to. I do. I just haven't. They're probably the thing I want most outside of statues. Yeah. Some of us don't get it for free. Some of us can't play the story because we're not T.H.E. So do we want to keep playing the 90++ node, or do we want to move down to like the 90 or something, and then like, I don't know. We could move down to one of the slightly lower nodes and, you know, maybe do some more effective farming. Or we could just keep it up with the 90++. I don't mind using my arts team, especially because that team never gets any. You might as well keep it up with the arts team for now, at least. Yeah, I think I enjoy this one more than the other one, just because I did a lot of farming at the other level. Lots of people with habitrots. And I get that it's useful, but that's a lot of habitrots. Good lord. Yeah. Ryoma from the evocation shop. I do want to get him, but I didn't have enough leaves of evocation after the last one. Yeah. 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 Because I think in the evocation shop, I've got a couple really heavy evocation drops, like, coming up in the next couple of drops. There's going to be a few where I want either everyone or, like, 2 out of 3. And that's going to take a lot of... Like, I'm going to run out. I don't have that many. I don't have that many. I'm not sitting that high. I know I'm not. Yeah. I don't have over 11,000. God, no. No. I have like 1,000. And that's after I got Cha-Cha. So, I mean, like, if I want to be able to afford the next, like, servants that comes out in the evocation shop, I'm gonna have to kind of conserve for a little while. Eventually I'll go back and get the other servants, but I'm so sad I can't do this. I'm so sad. Oh, what's that? The high difficulty? Yikes. I'm gonna avoid that. Yeah, no, I was like, I know I don't have 11,000. I might have like 3 months or 2 drops or so ago, but I've bought like at least 1 to 2 people from each drop so far. So I've been taking chunks out of the amount that I had, and I haven't been earning them back that fast. I mean, I'm earning them back, but not as fast as I'm draining them, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, well, you probably also have a lot of the stuff that's available in the evocation shops, Herrera. Like, you've been playing for a while. All of these are new for me, so if I want anyone from the evocation shop, you know, for me that's a big thing. I don't know. I think yeah, exactly. Oh, well, I do have Samba Cats, and my Samba Cats is leveled. So, something to think about. Yeah, no, if I could have got, I mean, part of the reason why I want to be through so much by next Christmas is for the, it's for the Santa Abbey? Is it Santa Abbey? Yeah, it's Santa Abbey, right? Santa Abbey for us runs this coming Christmas, 2026 Christmas. Yeah, Santa Abbey. I want to be able to do Santa Abbey, but I need to be through a certain part of the story by then. So that's part of our goals. Like why we're kind of gonna try to move so fast through that stuff. At least in my opinion. Yep, Halloween I'll be getting Minor Van Gogh. Yeah, I don't know. What are the next couple like before Van Gogh? Are there any other events that are gonna have welfares coming to us like between now and then? I feel like there should be at least one, but I feel like if there is, it's probably not something I'm interested in getting. I can't remember. I feel like maybe we dropped that NP. It made my life easier last time to drop it now, so... Oh, okay. Then yeah. Yeah, I don't really... Blasphemy, I know, but I don't really care that much about that, to be honest. I mean, it's cool, like, but it's just not... Not my goal. So I probably won't really be aiming at getting the welfare for that. Like, I'm certainly not gonna be playing it enough to get it, I don't think. Unless Nicknack's like, you have to have this for some meta game breaking reason. I guess, you know, but... Outside of that... Oh, yeah, Summer Da Vinci. Summer Da Vinci! I already have Satanta, so it's fine, but Summer Da Vinci, Summer Da Vinci. God, I want Summer Da Vinci so bad. Should have saved the NT. But, I mean, once again, you know? Okay. You've heard it from the mouth of the person who plans it. That might be a thing. Ooh. Ooh. This is some nice crits. Some very nice crits. Well, I'll probably know that servant by then. After Santa Abbey, I'll definitely know that servant. Yeah. Anything happening in 2026, I probably will know by the time we get to it. Just because I know what we're doing next year, and I know what's left over, and the list of what's left over is very, very short. So, not that that means you should go ahead and say it right now. I'm just saying, you know, idle speculation. Oh my god. Okay. This is turning into a slugfest. Which is fine. I don't care all that much. That's fair. I've got a... I think my plans for next year are basically like, just save. Big push at the end of the year, hopefully for like 2 or 3 servants on banners at the very end of the year. And that's kind of my grand total of my plan for drawing all of next year. Although I'm generally pretty bad at just saving without ever, like, spinning on the wheel. Like, it's more fun to be able to spin occasionally, so yeah, save, but occasionally I don't mind dropping a 10 pull or 2 on something, like, randomly throughout the year. I'm certain I'll drop some on whatever's up for summer. Draco is nice, but I don't know if I want a Draco per se. I'm definitely doing the GSSR for New Year's, but I don't know if I like want Draco enough to like sink a bunch of quartz into it per se. I like Draco, but I like borrowing other people's Dracos, to be honest. Take a look at the image of the banners for 2022 again, just to refresh myself on what I'm probably aiming for throughout the year. 'Cause I think there's just a big push at the very end of the year. Yeah. It might only be one servant now at the very... Yeah. I'm just taking a look at kind of the quick look at next year's banners, and I'm debating between myself, but I really do think I've really got like the one main banner that I really want to get, and that's kind of it. Everything else is like, I might throw a 10 pull at like this banner here or that banner there, but it's really just that one, not even at like all the way at the end of the year, but near the end of the year that I want. I don't remember Summer Jufu. Maybe that's what one of my extra streams next week will be. Maybe next week I'll stream like FGO, a little bit of grinding, but then on like one of my off days I need to do like just go through all the servants we've already done, remember what they look like, remember who they are, make tier lists, make like decisions, etc. I need to do that. That I desperately need to do. What's up for Halloween next year? What's something like a Halloween? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Well, maybe. Are you looking at the melt? Are you looking at the melt that's coming up around Halloween and thinking I'm gonna be rolling on it? Oh, the one attached to Van Gogh. Oh, I'm just looking at the graphics of the different banners available in the different months. Yeah, okay, yeah. Then yeah. Then there's two things I want, both at the very end of the year. That's really it. Yeah. I mean, it's good that I don't see it, because obviously it's not being spoiled for me, but I don't see. Am I looking at the wrong... Am I looking at the wrong graphic? No, I know I'm looking at the right graphic. I just, for some reason, the only... Oh, because that's not minor Van Gogh. That's regular Van Gogh. Okay. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I was straight up just looking at the wrong thing. Although, for some reason, I think that banner's not showing up on the graphic I have. Yeah. Tutankhamun, yeah. Yeah, Tutankhamun's definitely something I'll be rolling for. It's just him and Loki that I'm really after next year. Because I really want Loki. So that's kind of it. That's my opinion on next year. Yes. I don't care what he looks like. I want him, and I will get him. Him and Dante Alighieri. I don't know when Dante's coming out, though. I've forgotten. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I want Loki, though, if I can. Like, that's very much an if I can, but oh boy, do I want it if I can. I'd be so excited. Okay, Dante's early 2027. Yeah. She's just so cute. I want her so bad. Yikes. Yeah. I want Dante so bad. Dante and Tut are like right up there for me. Obviously Ozzy, but I think I've just resigned myself to Ozzy being the next time I get one of those like free choice tickets. I think I'm supposed to get one this coming year or something, and I'll just get Ozzy. So, did we do Summer Jufu, or is that an update? Cause like I can't remember if we've done Summer Jufu. Oh, okay, then I have, yeah. Gotcha. Oh, yay! Alright, let's do some polls real quick on the lotto. Clear this box and move on to the next one. Okay, come on. Okay. Yeah. Nemo is really cute. That is incredibly annoying when you're trying to just roll and roll and roll. It's cute the first time. It's annoying the next 1,000. It's really annoying the next 1,000. Yeah, they're so cute. Get out of my screen and stop interrupting my rolling. I feel so bad, but like it's actually incessant. Where'd she go? There she is. Yeah. I keep doing that just so I don't forget to keep throwing things into her. Right? It's just like, you're so cute and I love you so much, but if you interrupt my consecutive rolls one more time, we're gonna have a problem, Nemo. We're gonna have a problem. Ugh. It's so frustrating. Man, Frostshard, you're making a mint off me. Like, genuinely, you're making an actual mint off of me today. I already love the Marines. I just hate the interruptions every single... And I know it's not every single one, but when you're pulling like so many times, it feels like it happens multiple times per pull. And that's so annoying. Look, Frost, just enjoy benefiting off of me, okay? That's all it is. You just get to sit back and let the friend points rake in. No. Absolutely not. That feels like that's not true, but... Because I just heard some of them and I've done a lot of... Well, who knows? Yeah. It's fair, we are rivals. You are my nemesis, and yet I very often resort to your servants specifically. Except for, of course, your Duryodhana, who is not fully skill leveled anytime he pops up in the list, and I'm like, ah, I want to use him because I missed him, but his skills aren't leveled, so I can't. I say being an overdramatic bitch about this one servant not being skilled. It might be at this, but I think it might be. Oh, I don't... For some reason I looked at that and I was like, ooh, the big bad. Let me just drop 3 NPs in a row on it. Well, I guess I'm kind of committed. Like, I'm kind of committed at this point. I might as well. It feels like a waste, though. It feels like we won't even get to Nemo if I do that. I mean, we'll probably get to Nemo. Whatever. Stop daring. Just drop them. Just drop them. That's unfortunate, since I think I've complained in, like, every single stream for, like, the last, like, 5 streams. I just keep seeing it, and I'm like, ooh, Duryodhana! Oh. Ooh! That's what goes on in my head. The Nemo Marines are so cute. That's actually adorable. I love them. I love them so much. They're so cute. Prop that guts. Ah. That's fair. Speaking of, I saw in the new game update that they put that thing now where if you're like missing mats, you can click on the where do you get them and then it shows you where you can get them. Oh my god. Fucking lifesaver. That's actually possibly my favorite quality of life update that I've experienced thus far in FGO. Is that one little where do you get this mat button. Oh my god. Oh. I love it. I love it. I like this picture that like Frostshard has all of the mats that he needs to fully level Duryodhana. He's not spending them on anything else. No, no, no. He's like saving them in like a special place. And it just says like, keep for Duryodhana, never use, just to piss Seki off. That's what I imagine is happening. Yeah. But like also, I'm gonna be making myself an FGO spreadsheet in the new year for servants I want versus when they're coming versus like which statues I need and how much of them. So I love me a good spreadsheet. Oh. Oh, hey, would you look at that? I mean, it's good that resources like that are being passed around, to be honest. Like, obviously, I can't really make use of any of those because it's just, I'm just missing so many servants. You know. But that seems like the kind of thing that would be ideal to have. Who are you asking, Kama Beam? And what do you mean? You mean like what servants that like I want to save up for, or what servants that other people want to save up for, etc.? See, he does it just to torment me. It's fine. It's fine! It's fine. Ooh. That's nice. That's very nice. So, I mean, yes, I kind of know. The problem is, part of the reason why I want to do the spreadsheet for it is because there's just so many servants now, and the way that we've been doing them with the reacts across like the last like what 4 years, chat can tell you very, very well that I am horrendously bad at remembering all the servants that we've covered, especially the ones from like the first 2 years, which was really before I was like really invested into the game. So like I really only got like super excited over like specific servants. So like I remember Ozymandias very well, but then I don't remember other servants from that same year. So part of the reason why I need to go through and make the spreadsheet is because a lot of the times I'll look at like the upcoming banners and I'm like, ooh, I really want Lohi, but Lohi's a very recent servant for me to learn about, and then I'll be looking at the banners, I'll be like, oh, look at that servant, I think I remember them from like 3 years ago, oh, I really, really like them, you know, and I forget which servants I want the most, right, when I can't think about them all at the same time. Especially with some of the stuff that I was more flippant on in those like first 2 years. It's not as big as a problem now, but it was for, like, I was pretty bad about it for a while. Yeah, it is the goldfish memory. It's, I am very intentionally skilled at deliberately forgetting things. Like, I have mastered the art of, like, ingesting information and then deciding, do I want to retain this or do I not? If I want to, I'll keep it. If I don't, it's gone. It's gone. It will need to be retaught to me at some point. Which is why I remember, like, the most inane things about, like, history or my classes or, like, archaeology and stuff. It's because I'm like, oh, I need to remember all of that. But then, you know, something might come up or, like, I'll say, like, oh, I don't really remember Summer Jufu because when we did Jufu, I liked Jufu, but I wasn't like, ooh, I really, really want Jufu. I only ended up doing a ton of leveling on Jufu once I had a couple more art servants, and I was like, I'd really like a functional arts team. And Nick Nack was like, well, are you going to get a Castoria? And I was like, I'm not planning on it. And he was like, well, you can do Jufu instead as like a halfway decent stand-in. So, yeah, I think I'm not going to be re-watching them in their entirety, but I do want to go back like through the entire list of servants we've done, like in order. And what I'll do is be looking at them on like the Wikia, checking their arts again, double checking their skill sets, stuff like that. Yeah. And Shimosa, the goldfish brain in Shimosa. 40 minutes. 40 minutes of my life sat there trying to remember someone's name. Someone I had seen in anime, right? Someone I had seen in a Reacts. Someone I definitely knew. And it was not Sakamoto Ryoma. And it was not Sakata Kintoki. God, my soul at that. It was not Sakata Kintoki. You cannot trick me again. You cannot trick me again. Comma. Were you here for the Aussie? Were you here for the Aussie? Like that sucks to have Scotty avoid you for 5+ years because she hates you. But Aussie, what Aussie did to me this summer, because I am a self-professed Aussie lover. Aussie, oh. Hi. I've just given up. I'm just gonna get him the next time I have a free choice ticket. I can't do it. You... I know, y'all will never let me forget about fucking Sasaki Kojiro. Even now, I'm afraid to say his name because I'm afraid that I'm just going to say the wrong name. Like, genuinely. Like, I'm still afraid every time I think I remember his name that when I say the name, it's not going to be correct. It was no. Bad, Dakota Doyle. Bad. No. I'll flip you onto the more powerful thing. But, like, the Eric Beowulf thing is interesting because in my head, I know Eric Bloodaxe and I know Beowulf, and, like, the original joke wasn't so much that, like, I got them wrong, it was that I just completely forgot that one of them, like, existed, like, in all series. Like, I'm still amazed at how I somehow managed to completely forget to cut that out of the upload. Because, like, I swear I checked, you know? Like, I feel like I distinctly remember checking to make sure that I had, like, the right clip section from the live stream. And then to have accidentally published Beowulf and Blood Axe in the same video because I'm an idiot. And then to completely forget that, like, oh my god, that was, like, special. That was something else. You know? Yeah. Kojiro was more shameful because, like, I think the thing with Kojiro is that, like, for all jokes aside, right, like, I knew who it was. And you all knew that I knew who it was, like, by looking at it. But then to repeatedly be so confident about his name and be so drastically wrong every time is a humbling experience. It's a very humbling experience. You know, I accidentally got Vritra. I got Vritra, and I have not really put a ton of effort into getting her leveled yet. I need to do that. I just fucking... Now I'm just like, okay, it's not... Anytime I think about Sasaki Kojiro, I'm like, okay, it's not Sakamoto Ryoma. It's not Sakata Kintoki. It's Saseki Kojiro. That is the SK name. That is the correct name for the man with Tsubame Gaishi, the Swallow Strike, all in the purple with the purple hair and the really long sword from the anime. This is the person I'm thinking about. Correct? Correct. Do not say Sakamoto Ryoma or Sakata Kintoki. It's like PTSD. No, that's fair. I haven't really... So the other thing is, I haven't really leveled the servants I have based on whether they're quick arts or buster, or whether they're like whatever class they are. I've been honestly just leveling based on like which servants I like the most and like who I want to actively use, which is not the best strategy, right? Like, self-admittedly, this is a terrible leveling strategy. Absolutely fucking terrible. The only reason that it is even marginally working for me thus far, oh my god, when did Jufu get so low? The only reason it is even marginally working for me so far is that I have just been lucky enough that I've got enough big hit servants to just keep hitting, right? So like, I would not recommend doing what I've done. It's awful, you know? Like, I've got a very non-functional account without like help. Like, I rely on having help at this point to functionally put anything together, to be honest. Oh, I want Ozzy. I want Ozzy. So bad. That's valid though. Sheeta wins. I get that. There's like, I made the joke that I might wanna like NP 100 my Cha-Cha Berserker, and Nick actually laughed right next to me. Like, genuinely laughed. So, you know, didn't stop me from being like seriously considering it, but I know. I wish we could like trade. I wish that you could like trade servants with your friends. You know? Like, you could trade Pokemon. Because I'd be like, you can like, somebody can have some servant that they want from my account that like I don't particularly care about, so long as I can have a servant I want from their account. Like, I would be so into FGO trading culture, you know? Like, that to me sounds like genuinely so much fun. That's why Nick Tag laughed, but I really like Cha-Cha. I am a little sad that I didn't get Himiko last winter. Well, not a little sad. I'm pissed that I got Sherlock twice. I'm still mad about that. I'm still salty about 2 Sherlocks. That was some bullshit is what that was. Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of at the point with Castoria where I'm like, if that's the necessary next step for like, if I really want to go all in on focusing on my arts team, then maybe that's the best option. But also at the same time, I feel like I haven't really used my arts team in story. Like, I still tend to stick towards my Buster cards. So like, you know, or not my Buster cards, but my Buster servants like Coulter and Koyan. We'll see what I end up doing with having access to a better quick team soon. I just sometimes it's easier to just Buster card someone into defeat, you know? Not that it works every time. I lose a lot. I lose a lot. No, I won't go for Oberon. Nope. That's a hard no. Look, I'm all for somebody in story changing my opinion of them, right? Like, through reading the story. And maybe, you know, there's every possibility after I finish Avalon LaFay that I'll be like, you know what? I would really like to get a Castoria. But I gotta read Avalon LaFay first, you know? No, Oberon will not change my mind. Oberon will not change my mind. I don't think so. Oberon just seems like too much effort. Like, I've used him before, like in fights and stuff, and he just seems like too much effort. Too much effort entirely to deal with. Well, what are the meta supports? List them off, and let's take a look. Let's somebody get a list of meta supports. You know, we'll take a critical, evaluative look. Okay, I like Scotty, I like Koyan, I like Merlin, I like Renz, I like Waver. I'm literally rolling for Lady Avalon at the GSSR. So it's really just Oberon and Castoria here that you're losing on. I like everyone else in the... I have a Waver, I have a Koyan. I have a Scotty, not the new Summer Skahawk Scotty, but I have the original Skahawk Scotty. I'm just saying, I have several of those servants, and I like some of the rest. Yeah, well, that's not my fault. I'm not deliberately picking them to be things I don't want as much. I can't even say I don't like them. I just don't. They're not in my priority list, right? Like if I was to make a top 10 priority list, they're not there. Ugh, all hail Melusine. Fuck him up, Melusine. God, I love Melusine. I love that woman. No, yeah. All Melusines are good Melusines, Dakota Doyle. All Melusines are good Melusines. Some are Melu, not some are Melu. They're all good Melusines. I'm still sad I missed Summer Bow. I wanted Summer Bow so bad. I'm still sad. Oops, okay. That's fine. Fair. I'm very much wishy-washy on most of my picks for my grands because like I don't know what servants I'm gonna have by the time I get to that point. And I'm very much just gonna go with my heart for all of them. Like if I'm gonna spend the effort to grant a servant, it's gonna be a servant that I really want to grant. So like for example, Estrella is getting grant. Regardless, like Estrella is going to be one of my grand servants. I do not care. So, you know. Although I think we went over it, and Rider is the worst for me. Like, if I were to get all the servants I wanted that are Riders, and then had to choose between them, Rider is categorically the worst for me to have to pick from. Yeah. Sorry, I care more about Estrella. I just do. I'm not even sorry about that, actually. I care more about Estrella. Forklift Lady is first in my heart. Forklift Lady is first in my heart. I love her to the moon and back. I'm not even upset that I spent so many quartz and didn't get an emo because I got an NP2 Estrella. Like, genuinely. Honestly though, my second grand is probably gonna be something on the other side of the spectrum. Like, I was kind of thinking that, it might be like Ashia or a foreigner, to be honest. Right now, I lean towards it being Estrella and Ashia Domon. At the moment. At the moment. Oh, I just saw that 100 on the video. That's my bad. I should have seen it earlier. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think if I did Estrella I could also do MASH, because they're both from Extra 1. At least that's what I remembered, that they were both Extra 1. Ouch. Stop hitting me. I don't like it. It's only gonna go one turn, so. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Hope nobody dies this round. Game mechanics don't really... Oh yeah, I know nothing about MASH. MASH is MASH. That is the extent of my knowledge about MASH. So, MASH is MASH. So annoying. Oh wow. Okay. Let's do that. Oh. I'm not gonna last to another MP. Alright. Repeat one more time. Hey look, Reigns. I would get Reigns if I could, but she's just not a big thing. Olga. Oh. Yep. Well, technically I do Dakota Doyle, but only in like a very auxiliary capacity. Cause remember somebody commented about Olga and I was like, oh my god, wait, they added Olga of Kiev to the game? I'm so excited. And then Nick Nack had to tell me that that was not the case, and I was very disappointed. Cause I was really rooting for them to add Olga of Kiev. So technically I know that something is going on with that other Olga. I don't know what it is, but I do know something is going on. You know, fun stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for all intents and purposes, my current, like, entire story perspective is I finished the prologue before Permafrost Empire. And I am starting Permafrost Empire the week after next. So yeah. Well, I mean, that's not entirely fair for a servant like that, though, Dakota Doyle, because, like, those characters who aren't based, like, who are based on, like, FGO characters, they can kind of get thrown in anywhere, and we don't always label where we're doing them, or, like, when we're doing them. So it's kind of like a crap shot on those. It's like, if you know that they have been done, or if you don't know if they have been done, it's kind of like sort of on an ask and find out basis, you know? Because those ones are a little harder to kind of squeeze in and figure out where we're going to put them. Yeah. Well, I had no clue. I had no clue when we went in to do the Rasputin video that it was gonna be the shady priest, you know? That was 100% a surprise for me. A good surprise because but a very much a surprise. It was a fun surprise. I was so confused when we pulled him up too, and I was just like, oh, so are we talking about this Fate servant? This Fate character? And then before we do Rasputin, he's like, no, that's Rasputin. I'm like, what the fuck? That's the shady monk man. The shady priest. He's not a monk, he's a priest. It's so funny. Actually so funny. I loved Homeland Gozen. She's so cool. She's genuinely so cool. I hate that stupid Link. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. It was a really good character to be his host, but also they didn't need to make him hot. Like, oh no, why is he hot? That's unfair to us, the female audience. They knew what they were doing and it was unfair. Oh, it's tempting. I think I'm gonna do a thing. I'm gonna wait a turn on those MPs because I wanna. It might, you know, put me, but let's see. You gonna blink? No? Okay. I want to watch that. Today's menu with the in the Emiya household or whatever. I want to watch that so bad. I'm so excited for when Knick Knack lets us watch that finally because it looks like so much fun. I love those kind of cooking anime, so I'm so excited for it. No, I didn't. No, I've kind of been offline for the last like 2 days a little bit. I wasn't really a whole ton online on Christmas Day, and I didn't really spend a lot of time online yesterday. Yeah, I could have just been a little bit offline. I very rarely get the opportunity to be, like, offline, per se. Like, at least in a capacity that I enjoy, right? Because, like, being told I can't go online at all is not a capacity of being offline that I enjoy. But it's rare that I feel like I can just sit and, like, read fan fiction or, like, watch a single YouTube video and not be doing another thing or checking in on, like, a chat or a Discord or a game or something like that. And so I really kind of enjoy it when I get those times where I'm just like, I can just read a fanfiction and not do any other 3 things at the exact same time. That's like my own Christmas gift to myself, is I can sit and read and just relax. And then you read a fanfiction and you're like, oh my god, this writer is amazing. Let me go to read the other things they've written in this fandom. And then you click into their profile and you find that they've written 34 works, but in fact, the one that you read is the only one that they wrote in that particular fandom. And almost every single other work they read is in the Pokemon fandom! It's fine. I'm fine. I'm not bothered. It doesn't make me irrationally upset. It doesn't make me contemplate reading Pokemon fanfiction. No! No. Oh! Hey! This is the first time we've lost someone out of our front line. Right, well, oh my god, why? He is so much taller than Estrella. I have never seen him sized next to Estrella. Jesus. Like, oh my god. Oh yeah, you posted about that specific one. I think I responded in the chat. Yeah. I've read their original work in the series. I didn't realize it was going to be part of a series at the time when I read it. So it's cool that they're doing more. I've read the part 1, and I really enjoyed it. So I give that one a thumbs up. All right, what do your skills do? So you decrease charge and defense for all enemies. Chance to inflict stun and increase attack for yourself. Okay, so this one's 3 turns at the level I'm at. This one is also 1 turn for the stun, 3 turns for the attack increase. Increase NP gauge, remove debuffs, restore HP. Okay, alright. Interesting. So like, in theory, it's not the most awful thing. You kind of Like, if I wanted to just... He is the kind of servant that you can, like... In theory, if you wanted to, you could proc all of his skills at the same time and then just go at it. Sorry, I'm just, like, in my head trying to figure out how... Yeah, I'm in my head trying to, like, look at how he works. Interesting. Okay. Big sword. Yay! I do really want to use some of my... I need to get better at using, like, a bunch of my servants. But that's just something I have to learn. I need to experiment more, guys. You guys have to tell me in chat sometimes to, like, try completing things with different teams. So I'm not just always dropping Coulter Koyan with whatever I want to bond up in the backline. Like, through every single story encounter. Okay. That's valid. I love that for them. The first one's really good. I think I read that one way back when it was first completed. And it is really good. Because I read a bunch of that particular crossover pairing, because there's several of them, and that's a very good one. I think I'm gonna buy some Leaves of Evocation right now. I'm not leveling anything else that I do prefer not to read incomplete things. I don't mind if it's a series that's incomplete, if I feel like the first part, like, is sufficiently good on its own to, like, be ended. But, like, you know, I have become a little bit more open about reading unfinished work. But it's one of those things where it's like, I'm more open to reading an unfinished work if it's, like, in a rare pair or a small fandom, right? As opposed to, like, a really big fandom, or if it's not a rare pair. And then I'm just like, I'd rather just get something that's completed. One of my friends is really into Heated Rivalry right now, and the constant Heated Rivalry stuff in my feed and kind of waiting to binge the show once it's done has left me back in a Yuri on Ice hole. So I've been reading Yuri on Ice fanfiction for, like, the last 2 weeks. And honestly, I have found some really amazingly good stuff. I read Yuri on Ice fanfiction back when the anime was first out. And then I kind of, like, left the fandom because I was like, there's a lot of really cringy, like, just, like, mostly smut stuff, and there's stuff that doesn't have a lot of substance to it. And I do prefer my stories to have substance. But going back now, it's had time to, like, mature, you know? Like the stories have had time to mature. Stuff that was long form, that was incomplete, is now completed. And I do prefer, like, a long form completed, you know, sort of thing. One of these days I should probably go through... we were talking about spreadsheets earlier. I have a favorite fanfiction spreadsheet. And it is... neurotic. Neurotic is maybe the nicest thing I can say about that spreadsheet. Like, genuinely, that might be the nicest thing I could say about it. So I gotta go back through it and maybe, like, send some of the stuff that I really like to chat and be like, this is really good. There's a couple FGO fics in there too. I think there's, like, 2 FGO fics. The pairing is obvious. Although I have been looking for like good FGO fanfiction, but FGO seems to have more... I think there's more of a doujin community than there is a fanfiction community, and that's really unfortunate because I actually don't have a really great way of sourcing doujins, so I kind of... I'm like, dang, you know, like I really want to read about this pairing, but there's just actually not a lot of stuff in the archive about them, which really sucks, I think, in my opinion. Yeah. All right, I got some more blazes. Let's see if I can finish Scotty. Because if I forget about her, I will just forget about her, and I really don't want to do that. Ooh, I got a super success. Yes. Damn. And I'm out, aren't I? Yep. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, that's the sad part. It's like, obviously in the case of fanfiction, right? Like I can't be like, you know, FGO fanfic authors need to write longer works, right? Like you can't demand things of fanfiction authors. They're doing this in their own free time and it's out of passion. And I've read like a lot of the short stuff, but it's like I just wish that there was more long form content, because I really like long form content, and I'm fine with the short form stuff, but like it gets to a point where I'm like, if it's 600 words, that's like a paragraph, that's like less than a page, that's so little. I cannot possibly be satisfied in my soul with 600 words on a pairing that I like. It's not enough. It's just not. Like, I applaud you for being bold enough to write fanfiction and post it online. That genuinely could not be me. That has been me, and I, you know, kudos to anyone who ever finds that. I give no hints, because it is out there. But that is not me. Like, I admire fanfiction writers. That is not me. And I'm so sad, because I want all these fanfictions, and I can't have them because they don't exist. Alright, let's use one more golden fruit, and then we're not going to use another golden fruit tonight. Oh, yeah, I'm so sad. I'm so sad. Well, the one that's on my spreadsheet is a Waver Iskandar fic. There's two of them, actually. There's two Waver Iskandar fics that I really, really like that are on my spreadsheet. You know what I really want to read? What I really wish I could read? I really wish I could read like a Da Vinci Roman, but there just aren't that many that are long form and completed. I haven't found any, actually. The Archive of Our Own doesn't. I don't think they have a long form completed Roman Da Vinci. I don't think it does. I don't think it exists. I'd even be okay with like any Romani fanfiction, but like it's really hard to find main pairing involving Romani fanfiction on AO3 that's long form and complete, and where that's like the main pairing of the story, not like just background stuff, which is really disappointing. I'm sad. It makes me sad. Interesting. I tend not to read anything with the master, like Ritsuka, just because like that's kind of like for as far as I am in the story, Ritsuka is still kind of just a self-insert. Like I know that we're starting to get like actual story about Ritsuka, but you know, for the vast majority of the time I've been playing, it's kind of just your self-insert character. And I'm just like, I don't really feel that self-inserted into this character because I know that they're gonna get a little bit more later. So it's like, oh, it's really hard to read. It's really hard to read right now.
見えてる。そうします。通りと。
Oh, I'm shaking the camera. Whoopsies. And do better.
わかってる。それ。雷撃。
I love Nemo's attacks. They're so cool. That video is gonna be wild when it goes up. It's so long. It's gonna take me like a fair amount of time to edit it because of how long it is. That's fair. I think a lot of times with that sort of thing, it's very much to each their own. I also don't read OC very often. I never read Reader, like X-Reader. And if I see a Y/N, I immediately click out. I can't read those. I don't deal well with them, and I can't read them. And they make me incredibly upset. Just me personally, I'm sure there's a lot of good ones and a lot of people enjoy them. I do not. So I don't read YNs. I don't read readers, insert, or self-insert. And also, to a point, I'm very picky about gender bending as well. I very rarely am I down for, like, a gender bent character. There has to be, like, the fic has to be exceptionally well written, and there need to be some really good circumstances there for you to just randomly gender bend. However, gender bending a character is different than making a character transgender, so make of that what you will. I do not care about that. I care about random gender bending for no reason. Oh, yeah, God, no, gross. Absolutely not. I also draw the line at incest, even pseudo-incest, regardless. I don't care. No. 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 No! That's another line I draw. No. No. I don't know how many times I would have to say no to properly express how much I don't want to see that. Because it's a lot. I don't like any part of that. I have been paying literally zero attention to my screen. This is like the point in like grinding where I'm just like, I really like these servants. I just don't care to see their animations anymore. Like, I just don't. I think the most attention I paid was when T.H.E was on screen. No! Yeah. More accurate or not, absolutely the fuck not. I don't like that. I don't like it. Yeah. Genuinely. It's not a bad thing, it's just a boring thing. That was very rude. Fuck off. Yeah. If the so the ladder's gonna be done probably by the next time that I stream FGO. So I don't know, maybe if it's done in 3 days, I'm not streaming tomorrow and I'm not streaming Monday probably. Or if I am, it's not gonna be FGO. So honestly, the next stream might not be grinding. I might start Permafrost Empire. It's tempting. I might start Permafrost Empire. Oh, yeah, yeah, go fix your sleeping schedule. You are smart. I'm actually also only going to stay on till 8 today, so another like 24 minutes or so. Yeah, yeah. I've seen about that. It's great. Good night. Have a good New Year. I don't know. I'll be back on probably before New Year or close to New Year, but hopefully, you know, give a good time in between the holidays. This is so incredibly boring at this point. Oh my god. Alright, I'll start coming up with topics because I am dying here for any level of not having to pay attention to this screen. Oh, what did y'all have for Christmas if you did like special, specific dinners and stuff like that? My mom and I did, some sort of roast beef. I think it was like tri-tip roast beef or something. We did like a small chunk, and some potatoes and gravy, and then one of my neighbors was nice enough to bring over Christmas cookies, so we had Christmas cookies, and those were really, really good. So all together, very nice holiday meal. I still think Gil is great. Right, like so many of those ex-astronauts are like military, like, and buddy, like, the man's been to the moon. He's allowed to punch you in the face if you're being a fucking idiot. Like, I firmly believe that that is absolutely allowable. You know what I mean? Like, that's just letting him do what he's allowed to do now. I still believe that Gilgamesh is fantastic, amazing, unbeatable. I know he's not unbeatable, but let me believe. Let me love. Oh my god. Ooh, ribs. That sounds really good. Christmas Eve I ordered out. I was a bad human, and I ordered out Christmas Eve. Ooh, ribs. That sounds really nice. I very rarely get ribs. We don't often make them, just because we don't really have like a rib recipe per se, and it's not really something that we like think about. Fuck off. I just need you to... Oh, what would your cultural option have been? That's sad. But, I mean, high carbs. That is a holiday. High carbs. I was telling Mama Seki in the car this morning when we were on our way to our event. We were talking, and I was like, you know, the older I get, the less I care for like fried food and fast food and like really fancy food, and the more I just crave pickled fish and potatoes and bread. Could be any pickled fish. It could be fish and then something else pickled on the side, and then potatoes and bread. The more I crave the simple things in life, the best things in life. Oh, that sounds really good. Damn, that sounds good. Yep. Yep, I did. I buffed Estrella a lot, and then I did not go for the Estrella chain. Like I said, I'm not even paying attention to the screen anymore. I should be. I'm not. I was just waiting till I had a couple more NPs charged up, to be honest. I don't think I even noticed there was an Estrella chain. Mostly because Estrella hasn't been doing insane damage in this fight. And I assume it has something to do with, like, the class matchup here, or like a resistance? I don't know. But Estrella's actually not been doing as much damage as I'm used to her doing, so I haven't really been concentrating on her. Like, she's doing more than Melusine was, but not as much as I expect her to be doing. Not as much as I'm used to her doing, I think, when I pull her out. But I usually pull her out when I very specifically have something that is weak to rulers. So, you know, I think I'm just seeing Estrella up against other stuff, and it's fine. I just normally pull her out when I have, like, a moon cancer I'm fighting or something. Yeah. That explains it, I think. I normally pull her out for those kind of things, so it explains it. That says a lot. I could have put Odysseus here instead, actually. But these aren't AoE. Like my last two rounds here are 1-1, so... And Odysseus has an AoE Arts NP, so... I don't know if that would be, you know, necessarily the best option. Well, I know it wouldn't be the best option, because it's not AoE. At least Estrella's single target. I remember some things about game mechanics. I remember some of my characters' NPs. Just not all of them. Yeah. Yeah, because I get a lot of crits out of her, and I usually deal a fair amount of damage on her normal hits. I'm just not dealing as much right now as I'm used to with her, so I'm just kind of like... But also, I'm... Like, here's the other thing, is that, like, obviously right now the team I'm using is far more, like, longevity focused, right? Because of Jufu and the healing and stuff like that than my Cult or Koyan. Like, I'm very used to, in a hard fight, having to deal with either Coulter or Koyan, or both going down and having like backline servants come in. Whereas in this fight, even though this is taking me like 10 turns, it's the same servants I have like almost down to the end, which is pretty cool. I'm actually not very used to that, so that's fun. Like I said, I'm very not used to that. I'm very much more used to kind of not having that longevity of my servants, and that's nice actually. Like, I actually kind of prefer having like the servants for longer, to be honest. Ooh, seafood. Fuck up anything seafood. I did actually have seafood fried rice earlier today. That was amazing. Yeah, it was really good. It was very good. Okay. Yeah, I've hit that point where Coulter is suddenly like less of a big hitter for me and more of a bit of a glass cannon that I'm just kind of hoping he'll survive long enough at this point. So it is actually very nice to have this team that's just kind of sticking around, not close to death every single time I see them, you know? It's very relieving, very refreshing. That's fair. Well, I usually don't have issues with God Juna or Ibuki. My Coulter is just very, very fragile. Part of that is I don't have his skills up all the way, you know? He could use with being 10-10-10 at this point. He deserves it at this point, I just haven't. Like, if nothing else, that man deserves it. Exactly. My Coulter does not do that. God Juna and Ibuki are really good at killing everything very fast. My Coulter is not good at killing everything very fast. Not comparatively. Morgan, I usually do decently well with Morgan. I don't often have Morgan die, and when I do, it's because I wasn't paying attention. But she is my least preferred out of the three if I need a Berserker to just wail on something. You know? Nothing against her per se, it's just I know how to use her less than Ibuki and God Juna. And in that, I think I mean that Ibuki and God Juna are simpler to use. Although I did just figure out that I need to use Ibuki's skills in a different order than I normally do, and I have changed what order I use her skills in, so, you know. I mean, the evade and the guts are pretty damn good if I pop them in the right order at the right time. But I often forget to pop his guts. Like, I genuinely just forget to use his guts because I forget that his guts last for 5 turns, and I always think it's like a 1-turn thing, and I'm like, well, he's not gonna get hit this turn, and then I don't use it, and then I don't have it, you know? So it's not super useful for me, I think. Okay. Drop a couple enemies and go on.
知らせて絢爛の美カモメの歌を聞か
Oh, that'll end us. We're not even gonna.
獅子無限光
I don't know.
地平かなたらせこれなるは不老不死の名楽なり嘘です
We love you, Jufu. We don't deserve you, but we love you.
そしてあなたの罪の重さクストス悪くない戦いだったたまには人魚に戻るのうん恥ずかしいから
Okay.
ショップだなんうわチケットたくさん持ってる早く回して回して
I literally held, and it did not consecutively spin me. That's so annoying. It's so adorable. No, go back, go back. Yes, I love Nina. So cute. So cute.
Mm-hmm. 平均的な
Okay. Let's see if I can get... I think that should be enough blazes to get Scuddy up. And then I can focus on her skills. Yep. Yay! Officially! Finally! Okay. Now it's just skills for now. I don't have anyone else I'm really focusing on. Does Scotty have any specific skills I need to be? Oh, I don't have any caster gems practically. That's unfortunate. Let me take a look at what these say. So you do single allies NP gauge, defense and crit rate for all enemies, and quick card effectiveness and crit strength for one enemy. Okay. So I'm assuming there that her NP charge is probably her most useful skill, presumably. I have so many. My skills are so pathetic. I'm just like looking at like where I've invested skills and like how much some of my servants have, and I'm like, that's actually really sad. Very, very sad to see like how far down some of these servants are, you know? That's obviously only the skills I have available too. Oh, that's why I have no caster stuff. Because I was working on my love. I know y'all were like, you don't need to, but I love him. I love him. I don't care. There are servants who I like started leveling because I thought I was going to be using them more frequently. Like Iskandar, I really thought I'd be using him more often. And then I just didn't end up using him. Same thing with like Odysseus. I really thought I'd be using him more often than I currently am. Oh, he's what I needed that for. Actually, should probably get those from the event the next couple times I have tickets, because I did not realize I actually needed those. It's like I haven't even finished leveling Koyan's skills yet, you know? Oh, some of them are really low. I do. I forget that I have an arts team. And then, like, in the case of, like, I would have put Odysseus in there, but I don't, but, like, the last 2 waves were both single servant and he's an AoE. So it's not really a good decision for me to do that. I really should try to start on you. Oh. Drop me down to the bottom. Okay. And I'm still stuck on T.H.E because I'm missing. It's always caster and assassin stuff. It's always caster and assassin stuff. See, I have plenty of everything else to do this set of level ups. But no, not the caster and assassin stuff. God forbid. I know, but I don't want to waste gems on pure prisms when I have other stuff I could use them on. You know? Like, that feels like a waste. I'll play more of the lotto in the next day or 2 when I've got some time. And we'll see what that gets me. Yeah. I just don't look at my servant archive enough, though, I think. That's, like, another problem I have. Because I'm just trying to think, like... If I go by... Because, like, I focus on all these ones that you can see I have, like, ascensioned up, but then, like, you get down to, like, here, and we start hitting servants that I'm just like, I have not put time nor effort into any of these. Oh my god, I have so many Arashes. I need to get rid of some of those. Yeah. Just the stuff that I don't put, like, any level of, like, effort into is prodigious at the moment. Yeah, exactly. Or like that Odysseus, for example, whereas like that's the first time I've seen those like gold mats is available during this lotto, you know? And I just noticed that because I haven't looked at his skills to level up, and now I'm like, okay, so any tickets I get from the lotto, I'll spend on that specific item, you know, because at least I have a servant who needs that specific thing. So. But not for like gems and shit. I don't want to spend it on like gems. That seems like a waste of my prisms. Yeah, see, I've still got a bit to go before I get to LB3. I've got to get through Anastasia. I've got to get through Gotterdammerung, you know, and then I got to get into LB3. Or maybe Gotterdammerung is LB3. I forget. I'm off my... Which one is which again? Anyways, guys, I think we're just about ready to wrap up. Let's flip back to my main screen. With Estrella in front. That's obviously the most important thing here. LB3 is China. Okay, so it is... Yeah. Yeah, I thought so. But yeah. I think it's just one of those things. Alright guys, community post will go out tomorrow, hopefully around on time. Merry Christmas in the Underworld's getting uploaded tomorrow. We had a really full week with uploads, so I wanted to give it like just a little bit of time to sit before I uploaded it, so it's gonna go up tomorrow. I know I'm streaming. Oh god, it's 8. I know I'm streaming a bunch next week. I don't know if. Shut up. Oh my god. Jesus. I know I'm streaming a lot like next week. I don't know about the boys. Knick Knack won't be back till I think like midway through next week. or near the end. No, near the end of next week. End of next week. My brain's all messed up. End of next week, so he's not gonna be streaming at all. Vorn might. He's got a build stream he's planning to do that he might have time for this coming week, so he might organize with me, because we'll have to trade the camera between us potentially. And I've definitely got at least one build stream for the Lego set I was gifted. I might honestly start Anastasia this coming week. I might. I'm leaning towards it. I kind of do want to start Anastasia this coming week. But I think I'll probably make the final decision like very close to the day of, you know. So you might just see me put up like FGO stream on this day at this time, and then I'll make the decision like the day before or something whether I want to start it this week or next week. But alright, guys, I will see you next time. Have a good couple days until New Year's.